everybody, welcome to 60-Minute Access. So, I'm making an executive decision. Next week, you're seeing Titanfall, or not Titanfall, Killer Instinct. So this week, we can bring you a game that actually came out last week. We can't record PS4 footage.
Thank you, Sony.
Thanks, guys. So, we decided to go last gen.
Well, to be honest, we're probably doing a little bit more than going last gen.
Yeah.
We're going to a remake of a game that was 2 gens ago.
Yep.
Welcome to Final Fantasy X HD Remaster, the last Final Fantasy game that Hironobu Sakaguchi worked on.
And in my opinion, it's my personal favorite, and if I had to objectively give all the Final Fantasies props, it would probably be the second best, behind 6.
Right.
So
this remake actually comes with 4?
Yeah, so you get Final Fantasy X, you get 10 Eternal Calm, which is what happened in between 10 and 10-2. That's new, that's all brand new. Then you get 10-2, and then you get 10-2 Last Mission, which only Japan got. So, 10-2, a lot of people hate on 10-2, but 10-2 was actually a whole lot of fun. The combat system was really cool. The story was dumb. But you can't. It's really hard to follow up a masterpiece of a story like Final Fantasy X. So let's get cracking. This is gonna be This is probably gonna be more of a 90-minute access, I would bet, just because we're playing the intro of a Final Fantasy game.
I'd say we want to keep it 60 still.
All right. Well, we'll see. We gotta find a good stopping point as always. So let's.
Final Fantasy game, though, that might be hard.
Yeah.
This might actually be 90-minute access because you can't exactly save in the middle of a cutscene.
That too.
So is this like an HD remaster? This is like an HD remaster, as in they redid all the graphics. This isn't just some upscaling project.
No,
right?
This is an upscaling project.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. They did do a little bit extra. They did reorchestrate all the music. They did go in and do a little bit of things with the engine, but it's not like Wind Waker HD.
Oh, okay. Because it took them some time to get it done, and I just thought maybe they were doing
it took them way too long to get this done. Final Fantasy X project. Alright.
1999 to 2002. When did 10 come out?
It came out the day after Christmas.
What year?
2001.
Okay. And you said this was the first voice-acted Final Fantasy game, right?
Yeah. Prepare for gold.
Dear goodness.
Oh god, every time I hear this music, I just have flashbacks. I'm gonna be honest, this week and next week, 60-Minute Access, just play 10 games that I have so much nostalgia for. Just entirely. No, it looks pretty good. They did a good job tuning it up. You know? It's nice to see that their, shoulders aren't cubes anymore.
That's what they originally were?
Not like Final Fantasy VII, but they were still kind of square.
PlayStation 2 modeling, right?
Yeah.
It's not like how I look at Zelda Twilight Princess and say, yep, blocky modeling.
Yeah, so they really smoothed out some of the models. Really improved the hair. Well, hold on one second, everyone. I am blowing my nose.
Yeah, because it isn't like some piece of gel, right?
Yeah. I am recovering from a cold. I am at the point where my body is just getting all the stuff out of its system. I don't feel awful anymore. So this is a scene from way, way, way later in the game.
This is how the actual game started.
This is how the original started. This is how it started. Straight up. I don't know why they wanted you to see this scene set way, way far ahead, but...
Well, it's a storytelling technique where you show a scene from the future and then you do an entire giant flashback leading up to that scene to tell everybody how that actually happened.
Yeah, I know, but the fact that it's just all silent the entire time, it's just... this is pretty.
Okay, I do believe it is normal for Final Fantasy games to
use... Stuck up their own asshole?
To play an entire song, even if it means people staring at each other for 10 minutes. Like, if you took the music away, it would be weird.
Yeah.
So, I think they did that mainly to let the music play out. And I think that's beautiful. Even though if you took the music away, it would just be totally weird.
Here's them staring at this ruined city.
For 2 minutes straight. Actually, there's this scene from the last story, which also was...
there's your boy.
Yeah, Hironobu Sakaguchi. and Nobuo Uematsu. And in the last story, there's this awesome scene between, I forgot the two characters' names, and they would stare at each other as this entire song played out for 4.5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do new game.
Oh wait, that wasn't actually the beginning of the story. That was just an intro.
We will do standard sphere grid. Yes, I'm sure.
I almost thought that was the beginning of the story.
No, that is...
We didn't even go through a menu.
But no, they're gonna make us watch it again.
Final Fantasy 13.3 did the same thing, didn't it? Except in 13.3 it was worse.
Yeah,
because it was too much visual fidelity and not enough substance. This actually has a very nice song to it.
This is a very nice song. Like, you are wondering what is going on here. What have these people gone through to be all super bummed out? What happened to that city? Like...
Why are they out in a wasteland?
Yeah, like, there's a lot of context and foreshadowing and, like, good, you know, like, you can imply things and storytelling in a Final Fantasy game.
Good storytelling.
I know.
It's not like in 13.3 where they made, like, this convoluted mess that I don't know what to think.
Yeah, so... But I've been looking forward to this for years. I actually did not pick up the Vita version because they didn't have a collector's edition of it. I'm going to wait till it drops in price a little bit like all Vita games do.
Yeah.
What's weird about the Vita version also is it comes with... So, in the box, the cartridge is 10, and then they give you a download code for 10 too.
That probably all doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Because that cartridge is not a Blu-ray disc.
I did the collector's edition, which comes with 5 really high quality, good cardstock lithographs, a really good art book for both games, and 6 hours of Blu-ray music.
Yeah, I'm getting this Final Fantasy XIV original soundtrack, which includes all the music from patch 2.1 also. It's also on a Blu-ray disc. Unfortunately, the only Blu-ray device in my entire house...
Here we go.
Oh, good. I'll finish that sentence later.
Maybe our last chance.
Ooh, that's very deep already.
And you do not see that scene for about 25 hours. If you are good at the game.
Oh, if you're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
My first playthrough of this game was 80 hours long. Because A, I was terrible at it, and B, I spent a lot of time... Like, I unlocked everything that I could go backtrack and unlock. So, anyway. Except for, you know, never mind, I'll tell that story when we're getting into gameplay.
But yeah, so, I might as well explain this. So, the Blu-ray disc thing for Final Fantasy XIV, the problem is that the only Blu-ray device I have in my house that can extract MP3 files from it is my PlayStation 3. Because none of my computers have a Blu-ray drive.
For me, that's not really an issue because I listen to music on my PS3 already.
Yeah, but I actually want to extract the MP3 so I can actually listen to it on my iPod on my phone, so...
On your Vita in the future.
Maybe, if I get a Vita.
You play this on the Vita. Along with every other Final Fantasy up to it. So,
We're gonna see that scene that had that... What was that? Rock heavy...
Yeah, we are totally gonna see that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a CG scene, right?
Yes, that is the very beginning of the game, actually.
Which should be soon.
Yes. So there's our...
That's not exactly the best looking background ever, but it works.
Look, man, they're up-resing PS2 stuff. I don't know what you want from them. And in 2001,
this was revolutionary.
This was fucking mind-blowing. And all those balls they were holding were barely like... hold on. Let's sign our name.
Can you sign this?
No problem.
Oh god.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Alrighty.
Alright, I can already detect really bad voice acting upcoming.
I would like to say that this is the first voice-acted Final Fantasy.
I know, this was also back in the early 2000s where Japanese to English wasn't exactly very good. Right? It's not like today where they figured out pretty good tactics to make translations pretty very clever. Like in Fire Emblem and Persona and stuff like that. The early 2000s were kind of terrible
That will mean it
for
was for you.
translations.
Okay?
Because they try to do it literally, but then they have to do mouth syncing at the same time.
Got it.
So, another problem with this game's voice acting is that
Gotta go. Cheer for me.
because they didn't want to take even more time bringing it to America, they didn't bother
Hey, I gotta
how to they didn't bother syncing the audio with their mouth movements or making new mouth movements for the English audio. So sometimes it'll be like they'll say something and then
I mean,
mouth
tomorrow.
keep moving.
So they didn't, because normally I feel like they drag on an English sentence to make it match the mouth sync,
Yeah.
which is still kind of bad. But yeah.
So
Dear goodness, PS2 tech. Can you believe it? That's over 10 years ago.
man, shot of the city. Once again, when it does not look bad in HD. In fact, in HD it looks really good.
It looks
still.
alright.
Like
You just notice all the blocky modeling, but you can still kind of tell if it kind of got its own new graphics look. The art will still be amazing.
yeah, and it still looks really good for a considering it's just an HD port with some touches to the modeling.
This is why art is good, people. The game doesn't look as bad after 13 years.
I was in a coffee shop running away from home when I heard the news. Our hero, Jet, gone, vanished into thin air. My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day.
It almost feels a little Star Wars-esque,
Then I
don't you
says to
think?
myself,
The
what are
city?
you thinking? I went running straight back home. We sat up talking about Jet home.
Yeah, you keep talking, pal.
Make way, make way! Coming through, sorry. Hey, I'm gonna be late.
He has a lot of fans, alright?
Hey, let go of me.
Well, he is the star player for the Xanarkand, whatever they are.
He's got a lot of fangirls.
Alright, well, let's go in and see what's up. Oh, here we go. You ready for this?
So ready.
You ready for this CG This was made by a German metal band.
The CG looks pretty darn cool, though.
It does.
This is before they got so upset. Like, wow.
You were saying.
Like, this is before they tried doing so many effects, because this was probably the best you could do, which I think was a nice balance of between all this visual fidelity and still being,
Sane?
yeah, sane. So this game is called Blitzball. Okay.
There's actually a mini game where you can play it in the game.
That's nice. Wow. Then again, it is Final Fantasy, so wow.
NFL the future, everyone. Oh, there's our badass character. He is my favorite character from this game.
Is he summoning a tidal wave?
No, he's just staring at it.
Oh.
It's like rugby meets soccer meets football.
Rugby, soccer meets football.
Yeah.
Apparently, you seem to be a big fan of soccer balls only if it involves tackling people in some way.
Yeah, basically.
You know, Super Mario Strikers.
Yeah, I like violent sports.
Okay. That looks pretty whacked. I could see why the Final Fantasy games just never really got very far after this. Because let's just think, you had 11, but that's an MMO. You had 12, but that wasn't exactly fully fledged Final Fantasy the way people know it. And then you had 13 in 2010, which was a major disappointment to anyone living outside of Japan. And then there was 14, which was a colossal mess.
Yep.
And not to mention 13 Versus, which is kind of like in complete stasis and just in limbo. In the meantime, the Final Fantasy VII remake is never going to happen because I forgot what the dude said, but it clearly kind of suggested they're never going to do anything about it for a very, very, very long time.
Pretty much.
So then.
Access granted.